Hi, my name is Charlie. You can also call me the guitar boy. Today we are going to be solving this particular geometry, psychogeometry question, WAEC number 31, objective 2024, that is this year. So let's check the question. They ask us to look for Y. Without wasting time, we are going to look for Y. Then how do you look for Y? This is when you now start thinking about the theorems you already know. Now, for me to look for Y, from what I have on the board, you will see that I need to know this angle that is from here to here. If I know from here to here, this is the only way I can look for Y. This is one of the way I can look for Y, because in geometry question, I shouldn't say that's the only way, because if I think about it very well now, there might be other ways for me to solve it, but this is the closest way for me now at this point to solve it. So if I am able to look for this angle, I already know Y. So how can I know this angle? You know, this angle, I will have to know this angle first before knowing this angle. This angle, let's call it A. So I know this angle, that's from here to here, and I know this angle. I don't know this angle. How can I calculate this angle first? Because it is after I have this angle that I can get here. Then after I get here, I can get here. That is how you think about it. Now, you see that, you remember the theorems when we say that this is a triangle. You remember when we say that the sum of the angle in a triangle is equal to 180, that is here plus here plus here is equal to 180. You remember when we said that. Now, coming back to here, we can now say that 52 plus 16 plus A is equal to, plus A is equal to 180 degree. What's the reason? Sum of the angle in a triangle. So sum of the angle in a triangle is equal to 180 degree. From there, you can say A 52 plus 16 is 68 plus 68 plus 68 is equal to 180 degree. Then A is equal to 180 minus when we move this one to this side, 68. 180 minus 68, this one will give us 112 degree. So we already know here now that it is what? 112 degree. A is equal to 112 degree. Since we have known here now, from here I can get here. What do I do? I will say that A plus, let's say this one is B, from here to here is B. I will say A plus B, let's through here. A plus B is equal to 180 degree. What's the reason? Sum of the angle on the straight line. That's the reason. You remember when we did angle on the straight line, when we said if you have maybe a cycle like this, you have a line like this, this angle on this straight line is 180, this angle on this straight line is 180. Remember, so everything here now on this straight line is 180. So you say angle on a straight line. So angle on a straight line is 180. So you already have A. A is what? Look at A here. A is equal to 112 plus B is equal to 180 degree. 112 plus B, then B is equal to 180 minus 112, which is equal to 68. 180 minus 112 is equal to what? 68. Okay, 180 minus 112 is equal to 68, which means B is equal to 68. B is equal to 68. You can put 68 here. B is equal to 68. This A is equal to 112 degree. So since you already know B, food is ready. Since you know B, food is ready, you cannot say B, you can say B plus Y, because This is opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. You know, we said it's supplement opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That is, they add up to 180. That is, if you add the two together, since they are a cyclic quadrilateral and they are opposite angle, they must be equal to 180. So you come here, 180 degree. What's the reason? Opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to 180. From here, you already know B to be what? 68 plus Y, which is equal to 180 degree. Y is equal to 180 degree minus 68, which is equal to 180 minus 68, which is what? 112 degree. So Y is equal to 112 degree. This is our final answer. So we are going to solve another problem, another WAEC, the same year question based on this. So this is another question under cyclogeometry. So this is WAEC question again, 2024, number 31. Sorry, the first one I misnumbered it. That one is number 30. This one is number 31. So we are going to solve this question. You will see they are very close there on the past question. So how they ask us to find S. Okay, look at S, the angle they want us to look for here. Now, how do we look for S? This is when you start thinking about the theorems you know. Okay, to look for S, I need to know this angle from here to here, because I already know this angle now. I need to know this angle. Let's call this angle A. You can modify your figure, like I always tell you can modify your figure. So you have A here. Now, how do you, let's say you have to look for A, you know, you need to know here. Because if you know here, you can say this plus this is equal to 180. That's angle on the straight line, on this straight line. You know, that's a theorem. So if I look for here, I can know here. And if I know here, this one, I already know here. So what you will not do is to look for here. How do you look for here? Since you know here, since you know this angle, you can calculate this angle. Which theorem can you use? Opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a cyclic quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is a shape, is a figure that is a plane shape that has four sides. A quadrilateral is a plane shape that has four sides. Example 1, 2, 3, 4. I explained that before. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral because all the vectors meet the circumference of the cycle. You see the circumference of the cycle, they touch it. So this is a cyclic quadrilateral. When you add the opposite angles together, they are supplementary according to the theory. So you can say 87, excuse me. You can say 87 degree plus, let's say this one is B is equal to 180 degree. What's the reason? Opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. That's the reason. Then you say B, you move this one to this side. B is equal to 180 degree minus 87, which is equal to 93. Which is what? 93. So you have calculated your B now. Since you know your B, you can calculate your A. So how do you calculate your A? You say A plus B is equal to 180 degree. A, this angle and this angle, they are on this straight line. So angle on a straight line is equal to 180 degree. This angle here, now if you plot it to this angle, they are on this straight line. So angle on the straight line is equal to 180 degree. That's why I put B, A plus B equal to what? 180. You come here, you write angle on a straight line as the reason. You have, for theory, you write the reason. For objective, you don't have to write the reason. So since you have already calculated B before, B is 90. You say A plus 93, B is 93, equal to 180 degree. So you say A is equal to 180 minus 93, which is equal to 87. 87. Is that your answer? No. that is not your final answer, because they did not ask you to calculate A, they asked you to calculate S. But since you already have A, you see how how many theories have I used now? I've used 2 theories. I used the first one to calculate here, which is what? Opposite angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to 180. That gave us this answer. And I also used another theory to calculate here, which means angle on a straight line. When I plug these 2 angles together, it gives me 180. I got A. Now I want to calculate here. Now I will use another theorem to calculate here. Think about it. Which theory can I use to calculate here? So when you think about it critically, you will remember the theories, especially when you practice. Like I told you before, practice is very paramount. So now you cannot say A. From here you say A plus S plus 38 equal to 180 degree. What's the reason? Some of the angles in a triangle. Some of the angles in a triangle. Some of the angles in a triangle. Now you see, if this is a triangle, look at it. Triangle that has 3 sides and 3 angles. If you this 1, 2, 3 sides, this is a triangle. So if you sum up all the angles together, they must give you 180. That's the theorem. So we have done that before. We have taught you the theorem before. This is time for application. So you now say, you know, you have already calculated A to be what? 87. So you now say 87 plus S equal plus S plus 38 equal to what? 180. So you come here, you say 87 plus 38 equal to 112. You say S plus 125, sorry, 125. S plus 87 plus 38 is 125. S plus 125 equal to 180 degree. So you cannot say S is equal to 180. You move this one to this side, minus 125, which is equal to 55 degree. So that is the final answer to this question. Okay, so in this, we will stop this particular video here, and we are not stopping here. We are going to solve more examples, but not in this video. We are going to do that in next video, subsequent video. I will solve 10 good examples under cycle geometry. I've solved 3 now, so I'm going to solve. I propose to solve 10 examples, selected 10 examples from cycle geometry. So if you are here in Edo State, like I used to tell you, if you are here in Edo State, you want physical classes, we are here close to Bellissima Junction, Benin City bypass, Sapele Road bypass, Benin City. We are close to Bellissima Junction. Come and join us in our physical classes, and I promise you, you're going to gain a lot from our classes. Thank you. Bye. God bless you.